Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Handicraft C to Z channel, and we are back to streaming. I guess there's nobody online yet, so I'll do the checkup, what I'm doing here right now. I've just finished the roll, and I'm doing the selvage. It's been a month since I was, even more than a month since I was online. This cheap camera holder doesn't hold the angle, like this. And lots of things happened. Hello, anyone here? Yeah, there's one. Just joined. Hi. And done the selvage. And now I can do the, just make sure that I've got all the knots in place and they're in the right order. No mistakes. Yeah, that's right. Everything is fine. So in the previous video I made a mistake. I don't know why. In the warping that I've done, the heddles are up. Is when I do the white warp, the heddles down is the colored and okay, is the colored and the itself. So as usual, heddles up, white warp. I've got a problem with tying at the selvage, so I'm pulling it a bit tight. And the reason I know it is that this part of the rock is about 3 millimeters taller than this one. So what I do to straighten it up, first of all, I do a bit more beating on the high end and less on the left. So that straightens up first. And I do the heddle down and pick up, stick up. That's my, so what I'll do here, I'll just slightly pull it here like this. So in a couple of rows, the difference will be eliminated. And we're back to the blue weft. And again, I keep it very loose. And with a beater, you can use the fork. You know, this is the little forks that with tiny teeth. You can use that if you can't find a beater like this. You can use that. In fact, when we do the tapestry, most of the weavers that I saw, they don't use this. They use a fork, and it's quite handy, especially if you're weaving like, I don't know, 7.5 DPI. It's very handy to use a fork. So when I finish this carpet, I have the frame loom that I have a tapestry on, and I started it about 6 years ago. Yeah, that's 6. And I haven't finished it yet, so I have a good chance to finish it streaming. And I'll show you how to work with a fork. Oh, we've got 3 people. That's good. Hi everyone who joined. And if you have any problems with the voice record, just let me know, because I'm using the microphone. I'm not really sure how it works with streaming. So if you write something down in comments, I will see it and I will answer you instantly. Also, when you have a tension problem, make sure that the blue weft is distributed evenly, so there is no like loose pieces here and tight. I don't know what's happening. Okay, chat. So everything should be even, so no loose ends and no tight ends. And again, this way we separate the threads so that we have the pair, the front and back, and it's easy to pick up when we do the knots. Again, I'm repeating myself in those previous videos, but anyway, we're weaving, we're just chatting. And I wanted to talk about the pattern itself. This pattern is from the Guba school, and it's called Hile Afshan. That's the pattern itself. As you can see, the carpets from Guba, which is north of Azerbaijan. It's very rich with the floral elements. And it's like these are snakes and maybe rams. Some schools say it differently. The phoenix bird. There must be somewhere tree of life. The different symbols. I wish I could attend the school that actually teaches you how to read all these patterns, what they mean. But I even started looking for one. But with this COVID thing, everything is closed down. So far, I have to wait for the COVID to, also the panic will stop. And we'll get the vaccination, so it will back to normal life. And I'll definitely we'll go to the course. Okay, so now I'm done, and what I can do, I just slightly pull the white weft, and it will decrease the tension. And that's Rudy barking at his friends outside. Now what we do, we brush the pile. The reason we're doing that is that when we weave, they're intersecting, they're crossing, they're misplaced. And then if you cut it without brushing, it would, I made it deliberately, so you can see that, you know, this floss goes in different directions. So brushing is definitely the point that I shouldn't skip. If you don't have this one, you can use the, sometimes I've seen it a couple of times, is that you can go to the barber shop and ask them for the old trimmer, and the actual trimming blade itself is perfect for brushing, you know, goes very deep inside the pile and straightens it up. So I wish I had one. I don't know, I lost it somewhere in my stash. Probably one day I will find it and I'll definitely will use it, because I don't like this. Using a beater and cut and cut. Actually, this element is one of my favorites. I've done it a couple of times in the cross-stitch embroidery, and a friend of mine is using it for the stained glass patterns. So this carpet is really inspiring everyone. Love it. what I'll do here is the brush it a little bit like this. Don't pull too tight, and so you don't pull out all the pile. And we're ready. First of all, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. First, always do the salvage, because most of the time the color of the salvage doesn't match the colors on the carpet itself, so you can easily forget and skip that part. The first and the last stitch before the salvage and after, just to match the pattern. Oh, that's Rudy enjoying himself. The Twilight Park, that's his favorite time. And what I'll do, the carpet wool sometimes comes with it's not even thickness. Sometimes it goes like, I don't know what to show you, but probably here it goes fine, and then goes chunks of bigger one, wider threads, and they might be pieces of very fine, very thin yarn, just like this. You can see the big chunk and maybe finer one. So if you have a yarn like that, it's very easy to regulate, especially with this tension problem. It's just that you use the chunky part on the area where you have to raise the level, and you can use the finer part of somewhere where you have to put it down. It's just to level it up. And okay, Facebook, everybody's enjoying having a Facebook, having the Telegram, and everything is chatting online. Okay. Okay. So there's just 4 people watching. 4 people have nothing to do, just to watch me weaving. That's great. I hope there will be more people to join. And okay, so I've done. It's like with a cross stitch, you first do the border and you forget about it for the rest of the row, and then you do the small parts, just setting up the borders of the elements, and then you do the filling, and like this. This is the part that I love. That's the markup. If you can see the, I don't know if you can see the blue line. That's the markup of the element. So when I started the weaving, I marked it up so that that's the edge of the element, and the outside, the small motifs that they can be placed within this range, not overlapping. And that's the widest part of the element, and then it goes like this into the dome shape. And then I can place more elements. They will be bigger and wider, and like, okay, there's one here, one here. Now almost finished this dome thing. I don't know if you can write down something. It's like talking to nothing, talking to myself. So just write in comments what you want to hear about carpets, about my plans about carpets. And that's 5, and the element, okay, that's this one. I have this little white thing coming inside the motif, so I have to do it first before I start the filling of the motif. It's inside. There's a white knot here and 2 knots in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, white knot, 1, 1, 2, 3, white knot. Now I can switch back to pink. I can switch back to cyan. Hope I pronounce the name properly of the color. And knotting. So hopefully next week I'll finish the rug and I'll do the tutorial on finishing it up. There'll also be another stitch that's called sunbul, which means the wheat corn. I don't know, I love it, but it's very difficult to start with. But it's looks much better than the one I showed you before. God, gosh, I forget the name. Keep forgetting the name. So the Sumach one. You know, sitting in isolation, absolutely total isolation, even away from the family, because kids needs to go to the online school and internet here is not really working properly. And so me and Rudy, my dog, are staying at the summer house, away from all the COVID. Because the last thing I want is to bring the infection on dog's feet. Right, and now we can do the light blue. So I've done this part, salvage first. And on this side. It's very relaxing, and I can spend the whole day, unless my back breaks. So 1 hour of weaving, 15 minutes of walking, and then another hour of weaving. And it goes like this the whole day. I haven't touched the loom for about 6 weeks. And now back to the weaving mode. Ready to work. As I said, as probably during this week I'll finish. There's one more tutorial almost ready. I'm just waiting for this salvage things to be over, so that will be in the tutorial. It's 90% ready. So there will be the adding new thread, new warp, both types, changing the salvage and fixing the error when you find the misplaced knot. How to fix that would be in another tutorial, hopefully in a couple of days. Oh, there's one. So that's it. The row is almost over. And as soon as I finish this one, I will start the Russian version and of this same tutorial set for the carpet weaving. And there will be the pattern from the Karabakh school. And the pattern is called Shusha. It's one of my Kase Moshach. That's the Moshach one. And I have the Shusha somewhere around. Just let me check it. I don't know where I placed it. So I had the, oh, like this. Oh, don't go. Okay. That's the problem when you're working in the greenhouse. There's lots of flowers around and no space for weaving. Or either you are weaving a lot, no space for flowers. So this is the carpet, the pattern called Shusha. And as you can see the difference, the Kuba school, they are more floral. And as of Karabakh carpets, they are more, what do you say, the animals and very structural. So say like this one, this is a dog, this would be the dragon or the camel, this is the elephant, the bird. So as I said, I wanted to, maybe this could be the turtle, I don't know. Because I said before, I really wanted to attend the school, the course that described how to read this pattern, what do they mean, because each carpet has its own meaning. As you can see, this is the tree of life. That's what I know. This is a tree of life. This element is the dragon. This could be the dragon too. This could be the tree of life, maybe some other element, or maybe the snake, because you know every school has its own meanings. And this could be the ram or the bird. It's like the symbols of the cattle. So generally it's a carpet that wishes you the prosperity and wealth and health. So each symbol here has its own meaning. And it's really a shame that I cannot attend it. But hopefully when everything is over with this pandemic issue, I will definitely visit the school and I'll make a tutorial as well how to read these elements. Anyway, back to weaving. See, carpet, we call it cartoons. And okay, there's dark. So this is the part, the snake or the cattle. So I've done this one. And probably just the cattle itself, the lamb, the ram, because it wishes you the lots of animals in your family, health and wealth. And now once all the elements are done, I can do the filling. So the main fillings are the dark orange. It's not really dark orange and it's not brown. It's, I don't know, in Russian we call it ochra. I don't know what's the word in English. But there's 2 colors left. If I do this, and now this is the row that I will start decreasing. So the next row will be filling up the dark cyan about this way, and we'll continue other petals. Let me get the color, get the cartoon. This is it. So we're at this point. So half of the element is done, and I'm doing the other half, and that's the okay, I'm here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 squares. That's about 35 rows, and then it will be another 20 rows here. About, okay, let's say about 60 rows. And if I do 6 rows a day, 6 to 8 rows a day, that would be 10 days exactly to finish. And I can start the new one. And I will be definitely cutting it off online, streaming. So I'll keep it till the next 2 weeks. Probably I'll stay home on Friday. Usually I go to travel to city for shopping. I'll probably skip it this week and spend more time on weaving, because I can't wait to finish it. You know, this moment, the most exciting moment is that when you cut the carpet from the frame, from the loom, when you remove the lace from the template. It's the most exciting thing. You know, you see what you're doing, you see the result, but it's one thing that you see it in the process, and the other thing is that you can fit it in your interior, like hang it on the wall. I think I have a problem like this. What's the name of the actor that was reading the Harry Potter? That Harry pocketed it. Yes, I have a problem with pronouncing the same way. Hanging it on the wall. I wish I could go to the workshop. You should feel the mood of everyone weaving carpets. You know, you get the same rhyme. So the fastest one does the rhyme, and everyone follows it. And it's really fast to do. When you're sitting at home alone, you're thinking, okay, I can skip this. I can make it slower. I can be lazy. I can make only 2 rows and then go to sleep. But when you work in the environment with every other weaver, it's totally different. And so, no questions for today? Nothing curious? Hello? Is anyone home? Well, I guess it's just boring. I'll be filling up the rest of the carpet. So I guess that will be it for today. As you can see the camera wrong. No, I guess that's the weaving. That's what I say the problem is. When you start weaving, you get this problem. And as you can see the angle, and it's not the camera. As you can see, it's not the camera, it's just the tension itself. You can see the bit loose here and a bit tight here, and again I have to pull it tight to get the tension right. So in a couple of rows this will be sorted and it will be straightened up in one line. So I guess that's it for today. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.